Well, I know I ain't your free bird, and I ain't no simple man. Oh, I'm just another person with a song stuck in my head. Oh, I'm just another idiot with nothing new to say. And I'm hoping that don't matter and you'll like me anyway. Cause I'm trying just to carve a little niche, but I'm up against a big wall, man, and it won't budge an inch. So I'm looking for an answer buried deep within my mind, and every time I find it, it just moves right to the side.
Hidden Jams was recorded because Dylan went electric in 1965.
What's going on, everybody? This is Hidden Jams. I'm Andy Soroka. Today we are chilling here with Jay Schnitt, and we're going to hear his song Continental Divide, and then we're going to chat with Jay about his music. Alright guys, thank you so much.
My friend, when did it begin to look like a civil war? In the end, we become different men on opposite shores. Now I just wake up in the morning. No, I love you still, and can we tell where to draw the line? There's nowhere to hide, there's no compromise of what's wrong and right when you choose your side on this continental divide. Stars above, forever true and holding on. And when it breaks, it'll be the same sky that falls on everyone. For now I'll just wake up in the morning. No, I love you still. Can we tell where to draw the line? There's nowhere to hide, there's no compromise of what's wrong and right when you choose your side on this continental divide. Is it one or the other? Is it really friend or foe? And we take our sides across the battle lines. We both see the unknown. Now I just wake up in the morning. No, I love you still, and can we tell where to draw the line? There's nowhere to hide, there's no compromise for what's wrong and right when you choose your side on this continental divide.
Welcome to Hidden Jams. Thanks for listening to that song. Now stay tuned for the interview.
Dude, that was awesome. Let's chat about your music. Let's chat about the early days. What got you into music, Jay? What was your first experience with music? I guess is a good question.
Oh, my first experience. Well, I remember playing. I played trumpet in elementary school, high
Nice.
school, all that, and my family is also very musical.
Oh, that's cool.
A lot of cousins, a lot of guitar players, a lot of singers, drummers. My uncle, my father's a drummer.
Oh, nice.
So I was always surrounded by it, but I played horn in high school. I was really good, and I don't know. I just have always been in love with all sorts of music. Listening to my dad's records growing up,
Nice. Oh, do you mean your father was his own records or?
No.
Okay,
just his collection. He never really was in bands and stuff, but he's
Nice.
he does play the drums.
Oh, that's cool.
And for a while I thought I was gonna be a jazz musician there for a little bit.
Oh, nice.
I loved jazz growing up.
Oh, hell yeah.
And I thought the trumpet might be my thing.
Yeah.
But it didn't turn out that way.
Yeah, that's alright. You still play?
Now and again.
Still own one?
I do have, I own 2 trumpets.
Oh, nice.
And every now and again I'll pull one out, but my lips aren't as in shape as they used to be.
Yeah, that's a tough thing to do. Trumpet was my first instrument too, and it is absolutely a tough one. Very cool. So, were you always a singer? Did you sing when you were young? Were you in like choir? Chorus, anything like that?
No, I never sang. I didn't start singing until I picked up the guitar, just out of high school.
Oh, wow. So how old were you when you started playing the guitar?
18 or 19, somewhere around there.
Wow.
Yeah. It was towards the end of my senior year in high school.
Okay. That's
I started playing.
That's as guitar players go, that's like late to pick that instrument up.
Yeah, it is. Kind of wish I had picked it up sooner. I might have been a little cooler in high school. I missed out on that.
Nah, you save all the cool points for later in life when they matter. Very cool. So now, did you go right to writing on the guitar? What was the like intro into? How did you start playing the guitar?
I was an accident. I had attended a youth group at church and stuff like that. I was very involved with that growing up. And at some point, I don't know, somebody thought I knew how to play the guitar, and I ended up with a guitar in my hand on the stage with like the worship band. So I was just kind of watching the other guy, and I made it through all right. So I figured, this ain't too hard. Let's take it from here and see what happens.
I could not imagine somebody not knowing how to play guitar when I was younger, and somebody just throwing one in my hands and being like, "Yeah, just go for it." That's pretty wild.
Then, I started to kind of lead some of the worship services and stuff like that for a little bit.
Nice.
And then then I started writing as soon as I learned those first 3 chords.
What was kind of like your early like approach to like songwriting? What was some of that? How did some of that like develop?
It's a good question. I'm not really sure. I don't know if it's even changed much over the years. Is always about, there was perpetually, even when I first picked up the guitar and first started writing, always, 10 or 20, that number has grown over the years, where right now I'm working on, there's probably 50 different songs that are kind of in the process. So you're never, like, once I started writing, I had never stopped, even, when I don't have a guitar in my hand, or when I don't have, you're never not writing everything. Yeah. You're always consuming things around you and kind of interpreting life through those terms.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so, just kind of coming up with ideas, waiting for the song to kind of tell you what it wants to be.
Oh, excellent.
I've written stuff where I've kind of forced things, and those never turn out that great, But I think if you and that's how you, I think, learn, not just about, writing and music and stuff like that, but a lot about yourself and humanity and stuff like that, because you'll stumble upon things that will really surprise you, and that's the most exciting thing about writing to me, is those kind of realization moments, or affirmations, or sometimes they're not so fun to deal with,
Absolutely.
There's certainly been times within the process of writing where you kind of stumble upon these things. You'll come up with sing a certain line as you're playing these things, and then I've had a number of times where I've broken down in the studio and just like
I know that feeling. I know that feeling through.
That's the but you come out of it better.
Yeah, absolutely. There's something so raw and honest about music, and I think like as myself as a songwriter, just kind of exactly what you said. It's hard to lie to yourself when you're writing music.
For sure.
It's very easy to lie to yourself in real life. It's very easy to turn your mood around sometimes and just get yourself out of a funk, or tell yourself something is okay when in the back of your head you're like it's not. But it's hard as hell to lie when you're writing a song.
You really have to confront it.
Yeah.
And hopefully the song will communicate that stuff to other people, because I think music is of course it's a language that is necessary to humanity, I think, very much so, and it's a language that I think just like any art form, even the visual arts or dance or what have you, at its finest, at its most important, it's communicating things that there's not really any other language for us to communicate.
Absolutely.
Through, Absolutely. What I mean? And it helps us understand each other better and understand yourself. And that's why it's so important, I think.
I absolutely believe that. And you can be anywhere in the world and you can play an acoustic guitar, an electric guitar, or a trumpet, and people can feel it. You can you can literally feel the vibrations. You can feel it affecting you, and it can absolutely change you that way. I believe
and identifying those emotions that we have, and it's a place to put those things that we that are in other terms impossible to speak about. It's like sometimes you'll look at a painting that just moves you in a certain way. And puts you. It helps you understand that kind of.
And I think it's really cool because it's unique, because in music you can blend so many emotions together, and that's kind of the only place that you can do that. You know, you can mix like just a little bit of happiness with frustration and anger, and you can, if you work on it enough and you keep twisting that song around, you can find a way to express it all at the same time, and you can show someone that is how I felt, and that's how I felt in that moment.
Humor in the darkness. Finding some darkness in the, which is a lot easier for me to find. I tend to lean towards that a little bit now. But,
so we were talking earlier, and you just brought it up again. You're talking about like visual arts, and you were saying that you were kind of into that in high school.
Yeah, I drew a lot, painted a ton. I thought for a little while that's what I was going to go to school for. Actually, I think I won some scholarship money for an arts thing. But then I started playing guitar, and I realized, I had also always written poetry really bad. High school poetry, your typical thing. I was one of those kids.
Yeah, I was too.
Reading, walk around the hallways with my Samuel Beckett book and leather-bound, book of bad poetry that I was always writing.
Yeah, what was it? The moleskin. I had a moleskin journal. Yeah, that's fine. Now, you instantly started writing kind of like your solo material. What was the first band experience you had?
My first band, so it wasn't too long after. So I started playing guitar. A few months later, I put out my first album.
That's amazing.
And then a buddy of mine. Some guys I went to high school with. We weren't really friends in high school, but we friended each other after we graduated, mostly over music, because we, we're all playing, and he needed a guitar player, my buddy Ryan Miller, the band Miller's Mills. with Ryan Miller, Dom Giaccone, Jared Pestek. I still love those guys.
Yeah.
So I joined the band, and they were kind of a cover band, did some originals. Miller had written a bunch of songs. He's also a great songwriter.
Any of your originals make it into that project?
Well, so shortly after I joined, we played a couple shows remaining as Miller's Mills, and then I said, hey, we should become an original band.
Yeah.
And then we changed the name to that's when we became the Reuben James, and we played for a good while around the area.
Nice. This was kind of like early 2000s?
Yeah, early 2000s.
Nice. Now, how many solo albums do you think you have?
Solo albums?
Not think, but...
Solo albums, there's about 10 or 11, maybe, or 12. And then there's stuff with various bands, so in total, I don't know, 18 or so.
That's impressive.
Something like that. There's the new one coming out, so I put a couple out last year, and
yeah,
I try to at least one a year, if not.
Excellent. That's an inspiring thing, man. And I know from going to your shows and seeing you play and knowing a lot of people that have known you throughout the years, you're a very prolific songwriter. People praise you a lot, and it's a cool thing. I've seen you play a bunch, and I've heard a couple of the same tracks here and there, and a couple. But I mean, most of the time, it's like you always got something new, and there's always a ton of stuff that you play. How many songs do you think you've written?
I really have no idea, but it's probably, I would say it's over 800 if you want to include everything that I've ever written. I used to keep track. I lost track at around 300, and that was like early 2000s.
What are some other band projects that you've been involved in?
So it was the Reuben James. I used to play with the Real Burnouts for a long time.
Nice. I've seen you guys play before. You guys are awesome.
Really loved that band. And of course, such a wacky psychedelic experience. You never knew what was going to happen with those shows.
Yeah, I remember I seen you guys once, and you had the like coonskin hat on, and you guys were jamming that night.
Still, I miss that band a lot. Then I had I put together a project a few years ago called the Archipelagos.
Okay.
And that was, I just wrote a bunch of tunes specifically for that band.
Oh, nice.
And that was a lot of fun. We were almost we got into some prog rock territory, some weird time signatures, got a little weird, you know.
Oh, were you playing electric for that?
I was playing electric and some keys.
Oh, nice.
Switching on and off. And Ryan Miller, again, was in that band.
Oh, cool.
You know, he's been kind of a constant musical compatriot of sorts through the years, you know. Matt Wagner, who also produces a lot of my records. Just incredible engineer, sound guy, you know.
Where has your music taken you? Have you played outside of the United States before?
I have.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. I travel a lot.
Yeah.
Well, not as much as I'd like, but, you know, relative to most people, yeah. My schedule allows me to kind of take off when I want to, you know, so I'll find a cheap ticket somewhere and head somewhere.
That's awesome.
And occasionally, you know, that'll lead to me playing a show or jamming or something, you know, with some people. So I played in Ireland and Czech Republic.
That is awesome.
My last when the hell was it? About a year ago, almost a year ago, I was in Jordan and Israel, and I was staying at this one place and ended up trading songs with this Bedouin guy. He was playing some sort of lute instrument. I forget the name of it, but that was a ton of fun.
That sounds like such a great
in this little town in Jordan. I was down in Cuba last summer.
Oh, excellent. Did you get to play down there at all?
Yeah, a little bit.
Nice.
Played in a bar. Some guys were playing, and
that sounds like so much
I
fun.
shared a couple songs with those guys, and then it was just amazing.
That is something I absolutely want to do with my life. I want to jam one day with a couple people. I do not speak the same language.
Yeah.
I want that experience so bad.
It's wonderful.
Yeah.
And Cuba passing the bottle of rum around and just hanging out with these guys was a blast.
That sounds awesome.
And travel in general is such an important, I think, aspect of what I do. It's kind of funny, like, people have asked me, like, do you write songs about your travels? And the easy to say, I wrote this about this story, blah, blah, blah. But look, I don't really think I do, because I think that traveling for me is that kind of, some of the only moments where I'm not escaping, but I guess the opposite of escaping, but entering life in a way that's outside of music.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sure, I bring that with me and stuff like that, and maybe sing some songs and shit that.
Yeah.
But it's more the experience, of just seeing these things, amazing things throughout the world, and these amazing people. And so it's almost more special for me to kind of leave that there. That makes sense.
No, that absolutely does make sense, and I think that is such a great concept, because that's as like raw as you get, and that's that's you not doing this for any other reason other than because this is what you love.
Yeah,
that's what your passion is. That this is who you are. It's a part of who you are, and you don't need to explain it in any other way, or you don't need to like have someone understand it, because you do.
Yeah,
that's what that
says. It's a very singular experience. So and I travel by myself. And just
dude, I think that
try not to get in too much trouble, but sometimes
that in itself is pretty amazing, honestly. And I've never got up and gone, but I've had some friends who have, and I think I think it's something that everybody should do at least once. Yeah.
And people would be surprised. It's really not as expensive as you'd think.
Yeah.
I flew to Turkey for $300.
What?
Yeah.
Round trip?
Yeah, round trip. Like, I see, you see a plane ticket like that, and you're like, well, I guess I'm going to go to Turkey.
Yeah.
That's kind of how I went to Cuba, too. I got drunk at a bar one night. I was really in a terrible mood. And I woke up the next morning with a ticket to Cuba. I guess I'm going to Cuba on Thursday.
Nice. Hell yeah, dude.
So, shit like that.
You hear that buzzer? Did anyone hear that buzzer?
Yeah.
I think that buzzer's time for the lightning round, my friend. All right, Jay Schnitt, we are going to ask you some crazy wild questions. I just need 1 minute on the clock. Give me 1 minute on the clock. All right, my friend.
I'm scared.
What is the first album you ever bought with your own money?
I think it was Miles Davis, Kind of Blue. I'm pretty sure.
What format was that on?
It was a cassette tape.
Yes. I love cassettes.
I might be wrong, but I don't know.
Are you a stickers everywhere or stickers strategically placed?
Everywhere.
Everywhere. Just
throw
those things out there.
Plan that.
What's your favorite bird?
A blue jay.
Nice. That's a good answer. How do you order your burger cooked? People want to know.
Oh, rare.
Oh, nice. The first rare we've ever gotten.
Yeah.
That is the first rare we've had here on Hidden Jams. That's awesome. Medium rare is the most common answer.
That's acceptable.
Favorite band? Super Loaded.
Yeah, I mean,
first one that pops in.
Wilco.
Nice. What inanimate object do you wish you could eliminate from all of existence?
Fire hydrant.
Oh, nice. Okay, that's fair. I like that.
That's mean, though. I don't know why that popped into my head.
Yeah, let it burn. Let it burn. We want to watch the world burn.
Yeah.
What is your dream car?
A 1957 Chevy. No. I want an old, I don't know what year, an old, like, pickup truck.
Nice.
50s, yeah.
50s pickup
sea
truck.
green.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Rusty. That's what I want.
With, like, carpet seating in there.
Yeah.
The old stuff. Yeah. That sounds awesome.
A dog in the back.
Yeah. Ever name an instrument?
No.
Really?
Nope. Yeah, I don't know.
Awesome. I like that. Nicknames.
Do I have any nicknames?
Yeah.
No. Schnitt. Some people call me the Black Tornado.
Nice. All right.
There's one person.
There's one. So that's a nickname. That works. Favorite day of the week?
I like Tuesdays.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
That's fair, you know. Just gotta like Tuesdays. How clean is your car right now?
Oh, it's it's so clean.
How much musical equipment is in your car?
It
right
is
now?
jam packed. You can barely. Yeah.
Could you, if you needed to, like, if we left here and someone was like, I need you to play right now, you got all the stuff?
Oh yeah, it's all in there. Well, I just played a show, so all my gear's in there.
Excellent.
And there's also people get in my car and they're like, "What the heck?" I've got a machete in there because you know.
You never know.
Right. I feel like these things, like, if you're ever gonna need them, you should have them in your car.
Yeah.
Like, what are you gonna keep it at your house for? If you're gonna need a machete, you're
Yeah,
gonna need it on you. I got a harpoon. Got a slingshot. I've got a fishing rod. I've got my coonskin cap.
Oh, nice. The same one from the
Yep.
show?
I got a grappling hook.
Really?
Yeah.
Dude.
You never know,
Are
man.
you like a superhero?
Yeah. I mean,
the Black Tornado?
Someday this shit is gonna come in handy, and people are gonna stop making fun of me for having this in my car,
Yeah, that's
and I'm
true.
gonna save somebody's life.
You're like, now you
Yep.
now. That's why I had that grappling hook.
Yeah, I've got about 18 books.
Nice.
You know, that are just flying around.
Two more lightning round questions. Favorite music format? CD, tape, record, MP3?
I mean, I love vinyl,
Yeah.
of course. I kind of like CDs though too. You know.
I'm a big CD guy. I love
I
CDs.
like them.
Yeah. Would you or do you drink beer in the shower?
I don't, but I mean, I'm not opposed to it.
Okay, that's fair. And judges, tally up his answers. Do we got enough for the bonus question? You did. You got enough points for the bonus question, my friend. What is the weirdest, silliest band name you can think of in 5 seconds? Go.
Grandpa Baby.
Grandpa Baby, I love it. Jay, thank you so much for hanging out with us today. This is your moment. Anything you want to like say? Anything you got coming up in the future?
You know, I don't know, a bunch of shows. If you see me,
Excellent.
come on out. The new record,
Awesome.
it'll be on all your favorite streaming services.
And it's going to be linked into the descriptions and in the comments. And make sure you guys follow it.
www.jschnitt.com.
Excellent. Awesome. Well, that'll be in there too. Jay, again, thank you so
Thanks.
much, dude. Yeah, super, super awesome. Thank you guys. I hope you enjoyed Hidden Jams, and we'll catch up with you next week. Adios. Fade out. Fade out. Fade out.
It takes a lot of courage to get through the hard times. Takes a lot of practice to sharpen out blurred lines. Takes a lot of things that you'll never say, but for all the words that make it, they will carry their weight. It takes a lot of moments that you need to make right. It takes a lot of long days, a whole lot of long nights. Takes a lot of dreams that you'll never see, but for all the dreams that take, you'll find the one that you need.
Wow, that show was bananas!